Welcome, everyone. Ooh, that's a nice hot chocolate, but it's cold now, but I still love it. Thanks for bringing that in. Thank you. Um, yeah, so um, this is gonna be the first game dev stream I have pretty much ever streamed, to be exact. And I don't exactly know how to go about this, but I do have a plan. I promise you with that much. I don't know how that plan is gonna go, as that is a very different story. But I've got my graphic tablet ready here. You might be wondering what I'm gonna do with it. No, I'm not gonna draw pretty graphics. I love to draw some boxes, lines, charts, and moving things from here and there. And I don't even know why I'm saying you would be wondering what I'm doing because I literally put it in title. Though before I start, I do want to shout out for a few things. Hey, Custard Cosmos, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're feeling good. So just a few things. The if you saw the video before, it's basically we are starting up, making sure that we have some good production on YouTube so we can take things there. I've had a few fun streams quite a while ago, but things are coming in. And Rundown Universe is one of the things we've been building up for quite a while, and we are going through a bit of a reset because we figured out what we can do, including the stream that we are going through. And similarly, in our local community, Maverick has become our partner and affiliate for the streams that I'm doing, and they have been there for pretty much everything else we've been doing. So, sort of taking a slow start, this week became a bit crowded with everything I had planned. Quite a lot of things. So this is the sort of the fourth stream, including if I were to count the two streams yesterday, which was not planned. We are going to be focusing on Unreal Engine and visual novels. I'm pretty sure everyone knows how a visual novel works and stuff like that, but I am trying to develop a process. So this is also an experimentation for me. I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to put forward what I'm learning, whatever that is. So it's going to be game dev related. Now, there is no reason to stick around, but just to give you a few reasons maybe as to why you want to be here and just have a chat. I do work at as a gameplay programmer, and I am moving towards being a game director soon. Or actually, I am at Limestone Games. So we are starting out so I decided that I want to explore more since there's so much to learn and share some thoughts with you guys. So I will be playing whatever mechanic, whatever game I talk about to sort of remake. List down the things we want to break down just to the core of it as to what's needed and sort of prototype certain systems and configurations. I do not know if there is going to be a full game developed on stream, but let's put it in the way that everything I make, it is going to be used. And if someone wants to learn more about what I'm making, I can definitely put a lot more things forward. So leaving the stream aside because I will be talking a lot about it, I just wanted to let you know what else is going on. So tomorrow we will be playing Her Story with my friends, a film student and a law student, and it's a deduction game. So I'm looking forward to what sort of thing this is going to result into. I have high hopes for it, but I am. And lastly, for one of the things that's going on is my friends at the Sabine Foundation, who they are my best friends. They are currently situated in Pakistan. They started a foundation for sake of promoting geek culture and a safe space for people who want to explore more hobbies and everything else. They are doing a Among Us charity stream on 30th, which is Sunday, the coming Sunday, for kidney patients. So if you're interested in it, please go out, check, hit their page, check in what they're doing, and kind of support them as much as you can. There is a chance I will be there just to play and support them for a while. because we do want to promote some good stuff that's happening around and add into the good stuff that's to a bit more good stuff, you know? But that's about it for informations and shout outs and everything. So let's get to what we actually are here for, which is game dev. So I was talking to a friend who's, I'm pretty sure, still in the chat. If you say see hi 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 by someone on the top of the list, if you can see that, I don't know if you can. This stream is mostly dedicated to that person. Now, I'm not going to reveal name. Actually, I should point out Ian Gaming. You should go check out her page and everything. So she wanted to talk about visual novels and how they are made. And usually, if you know, they are made in engines like RenPy, which is a Python-based game engine made specifically for making visual novels. Now, me being a sort of a fanboy for Unreal Engine 4, I decided, how about I make it in Unreal Engine? I can show you some things and I can explore some stuff by myself as well. So yeah, that's where this stream comes in from. And why, and like, if you're wondering why I'm putting myself through that when I can use something easy, well, I wouldn't exactly be a game dev if I didn't try the complicated ways to do things. So, starting with that, uh, I'm not going to go through the whole visual novel. The idea is to still pick up something simple, something easy, something we can decipher very fast and break it down into pieces, and then get towards developing as many of the systems as possible. But of course, we are not looking for finishing up everything. Um, just want to make sure that we have enough. We have enough mechanics that we can build in like next 2 to 3 hours, but you know, that kind of a thing. So let's see, where do I begin? We will begin with playing a visual novel. So I would just like to show you one of my friends a few years ago when I came to Estonia made Lovebug. It's a game about, well, it was a game jam game made about game jams. It can't get more meta. So we are gonna begin with playing this game. This is what we are gonna use for breaking things down. So I'm live controlling audio and stuff as well, so let me know. Just let me know how good my audio is or how much I need to, because the feedback I can get the feedback on the balance of things, but I can't get feedback on how loud it is. Do I need it to be lower? Let me know when it's fine. So I'm reading the chat as well at the same time. Yeah. It's a visual novel about game jams, visual novel which was made in game jam about game jams. Is that better? I think that should be good, right? So let's begin. Yes, Lizard Hazard Game. It's a nice name, right? Also, I think that might not be Wait, is it still high? Oh, my bad. Sorry. That should be better. Yes, I've been moving the wrong knob. That should be good. Good. If I can improve it more, just let me know. But just breaking down everything, right? Just like, okay, I will come back to this. Like, let's enjoy the game for a bit, And I'll narrate for you, if that's what you want. Once upon a time, there lived two races, the artists and the programmers. Together, They had the power to create games, the greatest pleasure a human can experience. Together, they had the power to create games, the greatest pleasure a human can experience without getting a life. But a great curse fell upon their kingdom. Miscommunication was its name. Thus, the races were divided into two realms. Never shall their paths intertwine. Forever are their games lost in the bug-ridden darkness. Oh, you're awake, Kohai. Did you have a nightmare? You don't look so good. Here, some cookies. You'll feel better. Go on, I'm no stranger. I know we haven't seen in a while since your game design studies have started, but you couldn't have forgotten your mentor, Senpai, could you? Give Mentor Senpai some cookies. Thanks. Anyway, hope you don't mind me kidnapping you and taking you to the Try Game Jam, a game jam dedicated to strengthening the relationships between the three major game development schools of the region. Oopsie. You did fill out a form and everything, so I don't see a problem with me extracting your limp body from your student apartment and uploading it into the train. Plus, you are one of the brightest designers in our school. Talent like yours should be honed, so I couldn't leave you behind to rot away by playing all weekend. While instead you could make them. If there was a misunderstanding, well, it's too late for that. We'll be soon arriving at the Game Design School of Gameplay and Mechanics. We are hosting Game Site this year, and I am proudly volunteering and representing our degree. I'm so excited for you. This is your very first game jam, ain't it? Ah, at the game jam, all the turtleneck bellas of Academy de Arte will desperately try to attract the less colorful coder fellas of the Code Stranges Institute as a part of some obscure gamer mating ritual. Once an artist finds its coder, they will make a nest out of extension cords and other wires, and within 3 days, baby games will be hatched and raised. Unless one of them doesn't do their part of the deal and decides to go socialize and play other people's games. Hobbyists. But I guess that's what we are now, since in light of last year's incident, we decided to make this a non-competitive jam. You know, just for funsies, so jammers don't stress so much. Ironic, since this year's theme is tournament. Yes, the theme was announced already, that's how late you are to the jam. We'll soon arrive at the jam site. Let's get you registered and grab you a t-shirt. Also, there's gonna be sponsored pizza. We'll get some later in the day, so don't worry about food or energy. On second thought, do worry about your energy. See that coffee press on your left? That's your coffee meter. It shows how much energy you have left to do everything. Your coffee level will decrease every time you socialize or work on your game. Keep the meter high by eating, drinking, and maybe you won't fall into a coma. Don't worry though, game jams are welcoming events, so I'm sure nothing bad will happen to you, even if you do. This is the jam site. By clicking on the game jam stream icon in the upper right corner, you can spy on other people and see who's available for you to talk to. You may want to form a team now. Kohai, don't be shy, mingle. Just click on someone from the stream. Okay, let's click. So, I think I'll just take a screenshot of this. I might need it later on. So we get a few options, you know, it's a nice little map. You can click anywhere. You can see, oh, there's only one person here who, when you go there, they kind of look towards you, which is like, you can interact with them. Yay! Coder Senpai stands in front of you. You're Coder Senpai, right? Would you like to code for me? Hands off, Glitch. Coder Senpai's mine. He already promised to code for me, and he definitely is not going to be in a team with someone like you. You frown? Rude much. Boo-hoo. Go cry about it. Sure. Aw, that's a shame. If he's not going to be on my team, then that means I won't have someone as talented as you for an artist. Blush. Ayo, Amiru, how you doing? You really think I'm talented? Whoops. Yeah. But I don't need you to tell me that. Well, aren't you a master of social interactions? You can handle it on your own from now on and find a nice team to settle. I need to go help the organizers with unloading the snacks from the van. Toodles? Oh, Toodles. Toodles! Kohai, you have finally arrived. Have you found yourself a team yet? These guys... As if... Now that's not nice. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure you can join my team, but I guess we should ask Producer San first. They're from Code Strange and will help us with the coding. Oh hey, so have you picked a team yet? They're going to be with us. Producer San rolls their eyes. Scene 1537. Is that a yes? Sure. I mean, we already have another designer, but that's completely fine. Yeah, sure. But as in booty? No. But as in you didn't really think I'd let you in without a pre-task? I'm trying to run a professional dev team here. At a game jam? Shush! This is our project so far. As you can see, it has a few bugs. They are easy to fix, of course, but I just have to make sure that you can handle them. I'll leave you at it. To it. Bug battle! So, it said it's bugs, you know? It's a bug, you know? So what do you do with bugs? You fix the code. And it is super effective. Spider, psst. You here? I believe I can be of assistance to you. I'm really good at catching bugs. To defeat a bug, you must first understand the bug. Pay close attention, see the bug, smell the bug, hear the bug. To defeat a bug, you must first understand the bug. Pay close attention, see... Oh wait, become the bug, yes. I'm kidding, of course. Just listen to it, spew it seriously, and you'll know the answer soon enough. It's the bug's turn. Ah, that was... Cockroach equal to true, and negative and player HP negative equal to 10. Nice. Now that it has revealed its face, purify it by choosing the correct combination of moves on the right. This one only requires one button to be selected. You can use several moves at a time against a bug. You can tell how many moves you need to use by looking at the bug level in the top left corner of the screen. It's your turn. Code it again. And we attack the bug. Yay. It's super effective. Now, you got him. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I still haven't introduced myself. I am a web developer by profession. You can call me Web Sensei. I must make my departure now. All this game development is making me hungry, but don't hesitate to ask me for help in the future if needed. Until we meet again. And you have fixed the bug. You get to keep this bug. Good job. Yeah, that's literally what we want. You know, we want to keep the bug. Yeah, yay! You defeated the bug. You're one of us now. Yeah, congratulations. Can you do anything better other than designing? I mean, since we have two designers, maybe you can do something else. That's all right. Kohai can practice designing, and I can make gifs for the game since we don't have an animator on the team. GIFs. Oops. I need to go. Yes, GIFs. It's pronounced GIFs. Oh yeah, sorry, GIFs. Producer clicks their tongue in annoyance. Sigh. Oh my! Didn't know your team has a strict language policy, producer-san. Speak of the devil, animator. That is I. What's this all about? I don't suppose you came here to join my team. I have established a team of my own already. Thank you. I'm here to wish you luck on your game. It's alright to ask me for help though, since you don't have an artist on your team. Just saying. What? Unlike you, I am multi-talented and... Oh, no. I didn't mean it like that. I know you aspire to become the jack of all trades. I'm sure you'll do fine, not to mention, you sure are gifted leader. It's gifted? No, wait, what? Lol, you sure need to chill about gifts. Some people just prefer to say it that way. It's wrong. Creator of GIFs confirmed it. And that's where you get to choose what we're gonna do. Whew. So basically you pick up a team and then you decide what you wanna do. So, and you're gonna proceed with that specific team. And I'll probably go with the gift team because I like gift team. Wise choice. We're going to have so much fun here. And this is where I'm gonna stop playing this game. So I've taken a few screenshots just to show what's going on, but I definitely want to talk about a few more things as well. Whereas, you know, whoops, more screenshots needed. Sure, I think that's a good one. Some settings for accessibility, main menu, you know, credits and everything like that. And some help if you're looking for. I think that's a good picture to understand what's going on. So oh wow, someone's planning episodes, I see. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, yes. That it's a good game though. Like it's a short game by the way. Like it's gonna take about 1.5 or 2 hours if I'm not mistaken. But it's a fun one. It was made by a friend a few years ago and absolutely love it. Wait, sorry. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Anyways, so this is where the tough part begins, right? Because I have no clue what else am I gonna do except utilize this beautiful tablet I have that I bought and I need to learn how to use. I mean, I know how to use it. Why would I say that? Yeah, I'm not that dumb. But let's begin. Where's my Steam? Oh, hey, Sandkit. Thanks for following me. I really appreciate it. I need to up this volume because I did not hear that properly. And let's go. So library love bug. Where's my screenshot? Because I need a lot of screenshots. Show on disk. Thank you. So I've got a bunch of my screenshots. I'll just leave them here because I need them and I'll let you know why I need them, right? Oh, thumbnails. Hmm. They have multiple copies of everything. That's interesting. So this is where the like what I like to do when or I haven't done this before. This is literally the first time where I am trying to make a game on stream. Now, I hope I don't plug off the wrong USB, which would be kind of sad. And my pen, my amazing pen. Let's see. So this is already fine. That's good. You can speak louder, like it's not a problem. I won't hear. Your voice wouldn't come here. Oh wow. Okay. Sure. Okay, let's do this. Huh. So, uh okay, I think one of the things I should literally put forward is what game I'm dealing with, you know? So maybe one more screenshot would be good just for this small location. Alrighty. Let's download this. Can I bring this up directly? Tell me I can just import it. It would be so much fun. Apparently I can't. That is very sad. I don't have open source music right now, which is kind of sad. I think I need to have some good library of that. So if someone has something to suggest, please let me know. So we were checking out Lovebug. It's a game made by my friend and it's available on Twitch. Oopsie. Wrong, 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 wrong. Oh my goodness. Where is my undo? Okay. So just to explain, okay, no, that's not the right key either. That's not the right key either. I'm messing up. What's happening? Tablet boy. My tablet has stopped moving. That is very intriguing. Oh, here you go. All right. I don't need to change quite a lot, but wait. Ugh, technical difficulties always. So, talking about Lovebug, we're trying to what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to break down what a visual novel is, which in concept is fairly known and very simple to implement. Whether like all you've got to do is get an engine which is like RenPy. On terms of implementation point of view, it's usually easy. In terms of creating stories, branching, and technicalities, it is quite difficult because of how much text we have to handle. Like no game is easy to make. It's as simple as that. And I'll get into why that is difficult. The first thing we need to make sure is what a visual novel is, right? A visual novel is basically a novel with visuals, just to simply put. Uh, but but another important part is that it's a game. A very important part for any game is literally it being interactive. So what does a VN become? When it's a game, it's basically an interactive novel with visuals, right? Though it's not just about the graphics or why games are just popular. It's not just about like nowadays, of course, interactivity is part of it, but there is another reason. Or rather, what does interactivity introduces to a game? Interactivity introduces choices, and that what becomes the core for visual novels. A visual novel being novel with visuals, you've got a lot of graphics, and because it's a game, you've got interactivity, and because it's interactive, you've got choices. Even in linear games, you have certain choices, you have certain control. Control brings you choice. Though, with what we've seen so far, what is an important way of doing having choices in this, right? In visual novels, the most important choice is usually answers you pick. It's a well-written, uh, it's very deeply like well written, and at certain points you get choices, and that choices are controlled by answer. What that answer does is it gives you routes. And what does this route have again? It has dialogues, visuals, and everything else that you can think of, right? And again, it also has at some point more answers. And what it does, it depending on what answer you pick, it gives you another route. And a visual novel keeps on expanding like that. When I say it is technically easy to implement, what I mean is when compared to other games, because it's a sort of a straightforward choice selection. You have nice engines made like RenPy where you can add these things as a script. But what I mean by it being complicated is the choices that come in. We start at one point splits into two. Whenever you get another choice, it splits into more. And when you get more, It splits into more. And this is what makes visual novels complicated. On what aspects? First, creating content for it. This content is text and visuals. Now, this can also add more stuff depending on how big a production you want to go, but usually text is the bare minimum for this. The more routes you have, the more texts you require, the more graphics you require, backgrounds you require, the secrets you have, and everything like that. And you know how much it's splitting and how many responses. Like text is the key to that. But let's say you want to go even beyond this. What are you gonna do? You can add voiceovers to it. Isn't that fun? Depending on mood, music, add more. The more routes you have, the more choices you have, the more music you get. And there is never enough. Sound effects, why not? Visual effects, like how far do you want to go? How much budget you've got? Or rather, how much brain power you got? But that's just one of the many things, right? Content. Without content, the game is not going to exist. Describing all of this before is like, you know, why not? This is literally becoming a lecture on visual novels. I mean, example of interact like visual novels, what people would usually compare it to in terms of its format is the Bandersnatch from, but it's form of that. Like to create a Bandersnatch, they had to literally film every scene that the choice offered, and the budget of that is like very huge as well, just because of it has so many branches. It's the same thing here. Now, when I say okay, content is one of them. Secondly, the difficult part when it comes to RenPy is whereas it eases up these areas, it's yeah, that it is, isn't it? Um, what the other complexity that comes into is creation of mechanics that engine do not provide. Visual novels, from my point of view, can have like a few other ways to represent them. The way visual novels usually represent is it with static or semi like sort of sprites animated sprites, right? But the way some of the Telltale games work, they are very close to visual novels. So imagine your visual novel being in something like that because it has choices, it has dialogues, it has branching storyline. And what do you want to do? Like, what else you can add? Maybe you can add systems for, or rather than mechanics, right? I'm going to call this systems because I'm going to take everything on a very abstract level. Let's say animations, right? You want to add 3D cinematics. You want to have really cool looking guys who talk and stuff like that. The only thing that's going to change in the visual part is that from 2D you're moving to 3D. I would still sort of consider it to be a visual novel, nothing more. You can have battles, for example. And where did we just see battles in visual novel? Like some might say, hey, visuals in battles in visual novels, what the hell are you talking about? But you know what? Let's I need to get the we just saw a really nice battle system in Lovebug. So let's go there, right? Lovebug. So we had this pretty battle system going on. I haven't played that many visual novels, by the way, because they are time consuming because of how many storylines there are. There are people dedicated towards it, and I love the concept and their dedication, but I'm not the one who can put that much time into it. I would love to create one. So we are here anyways, we're sort of doing that now. So maybe you have battle systems. Or like my friends described, they wanted to have crafting system. You know, you can have as many systems as you want. The difficult part is like RenPy is made for people who can't code easily, so they were provided a easier way to do scripting. So usually coders for RenPy would be very less who would go beyond it, but they do exist. But these systems still become a difficulty if you want, or more than that, right? One last thing I would say, which like before I move forward, that's a challenge, that's a complexity. Why visual novels are so freaking complicated. It's bugs. Why why are we saying bugs are complicated? It literally comes back to this point. A small visual novel would, Amy, you're there. You've written up quite a lot. Can you give me a count for a single route on in lines potentially, or just an estimate of number if you have? While you do that, it's like I'll just explain. You are looking for graphical errors in all of the routes written. You're looking for text for everything written. You are going to sit down and I'm not talking about bugs in terms of like routes. Those also exist. I'll come to that. I'm just going to talk about bugs in terms of just script. Tracking that there are no typos, tracking that all the text are in the proper space and everything like that. That is a very difficult thing when it comes to a visual novel. Because the more deeper you go, the more you have to debug. That is infinitely crazy. And you know what the fun part about it is? In terms of RenPy, this debugging doesn't exist, or rather, this is a manual process to do things. So, you know, and secondly, yes, routes is another thing. You don't even know. So, this is what makes visual novel very complicated. So, going away from this, we've kind of defined visual novels, which I'm not making anyone run away from it, but there is definitely this is a discussion to have. This is how I think about stuff, right? Complexities are important because I need to know what things I have to keep an eye out for. Uh, Oopsie. So let's talk about the next phase, right? So the first thing we, at a very basic level, when we are talking about branching stories, you can have different, let's say, storytelling methodologies. What you can do is you can start from a point and you can keep on expanding infinitely. Every time you get a choice, you keep on expanding it, right? And keep on expanding till it reaches a end, like basically infinitely, pretty much, until you feel satisfied and you do it. So this is basically infinitely branching. Another storytelling way would be that, hey, you know what, you know what Telltale did? They gave an illusion of choice. What they did was, you know what, I'm giving you this choice, right? But it literally leads to the same point. It might change something in terms of the dialogue for a bit, but the conclusion literally remains the same. So it's an illusion of choice. That's another thing you can do. Another way to tell a story would be you create wait, need water. You create segments. You have a number of segments where, you do this, but then all of these at the end converge to a single dialogue. And you create another segment from there, and so on. And what you can do is the choice, for example, this was a choice one, you reach to a choice. This gets carried over, so it keeps track of what's going to be shown, and so on and so forth. So, on a basic level, like these are three types of things I can immediately think of. And of course, there's a lot more ways to tell stories. I'm not bringing in anything that's open world or whatever the heck, don't need that. So, boring things away. I mean, it's not boring, but it's informative. Now, now we're going to come to what are needed in terms of components or systems and mechanics that's needed to make a visual novel, right? The first and foremost, the most important thing is, as I have discussed, is your storytelling or your narrative flow. So we are going to stick with the first one that infinitely grows till we say that, hey, this is the end, and it's going to literally reach to, let's say, multiple endings. It might be, to n number of endings, right? So we start at a single point, we make some choices, we grow out of it, we make some more choices, and we go, right? So what's needed for that? We need to create something that would take text. Oh, cool. 2500 yeah, so that's nearly 50K words. Damn, that's a lot. That's a lot. So let's say debugging 50K words, guys, and it's not all of the visual novel. And she says that that's a smaller one. That is a small. Have fun. Like if you ever feel like someone's going crazy, it's why, I appreciate people who play visual novels, because look at the effort that's being put in there. So what do you need? Text, right? Because we're just talking about a block of code, right? We require text. We require some graphics. A visual novel is literally books, because it has so many routes that goes in there, right? You require graphics. What would graphics include? Just to break it down, let me insert another image, right? Right. Did I take any of the dialogues? I'm an idiot. I did not take any of the dialogues. Actually, I did one. So let's take any scene. Let's take any scene. Let me make a bad smiley. So if you look at this, what graphics do we have, right? Graphics includes a background, the text boxes and stuff, right? And your choice graphics are going to come into there as well, so it's not really a problem. Woohoo! Um, all right. What else do we need? we potentially need sound and audio that's being played on when a choice is selected or whatever. Let's say scene has a music track potentially, we will need that. And another thing we need is what does this scene call to, you know? Because we need to have a connection point to and from. Why do we need from? I kind of messed up on it. It's pretty simple because in terms of RenPy, I do not know if I want to create that same systems. I might literally remove it because I kind of feel it's useless, but let me know. What you can do is you can backtrack on your dialogues. Like you can scroll back because what RenPy does is it doesn't unload the previous scene or anything like that. It runs a line of code and it stays, and you can go back on it, right? So some memory optimization in Unreal Engine is going to be required because we aren't not working on interpreter as RenPy is, but this feature may or may not stay. But like even if it's staying, we need to understand where the call happened from, and we need to have a two to understand where we are going towards. And this two is gonna be connected to the choices we have, sort of. So either we just have the option to press spacebar, or either we have multiple choices. They can be 2, 4, 8, whatever. All right. Um, so that's important for us, right? And we sort of have to have an identifier that says that hey, we've reached an end, right? That identifier does need to exist. If we don't have this identifier, uh, that wouldn't make the system work. So it's going to be a small checkbox. Is this end? Why not? Right? Simple. Fairly simple. So this is just one of the mechanics. This is this transition from dialogue to dialogue to dialogue to dialogue till we reach the end. This becomes the core for visual novel. And this is what we are gonna be focusing first. In this stream, we are gonna be making this. And I'm pretty sure this is gonna be I don't know if I'll be able to get it fully done, but we are gonna try something. I might need some graphics in between to like I'll probably download something from Google and just put some random stuff in there, or I'll probably bug Aimee for it and ask her to just give me some stuff that she has out of context so nobody knows. And I'm not gonna do any bug fixing towards how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to like look right or whatever. It's just supposed to work right now. It's not one day's work. So moving on from there, like this being the first important system, what's the second important system that makes a visual novel viable to play? Imagine all these routes you have, and you have had to play. To reach every route, what you do is you try to restart your whole game just to get to that route again. How painful would that be? I don't think like people like think about it or consider what if this system didn't exist. That helps you play the game a bit easier because you have to explore all the routes. But it is important to talk about. And this system is save and load system. It should be practically infinite. Why do I want it infinite? Because if you look at the storyline we are gonna go for, I practically have infinite routes, let's just say, right? And this is gonna keep on going till I reach the end. So just to make things easier, what I want is that, or for a player, as a player, every time I get a choice, whether that is in next 5 minutes, whether that is next second, or whether that is in next hour, I want to save each branching point, and I want to be able to come to this to experience the other branching point. If I don't do this, right? If I don't do this, I don't get to experience everything. That's not good for a visual novel. Whereas for some players, that's a good thing. But some of the visual novel fanatics I've known, they want to experience the whole thing. And as a developer, if I'm creating a system in a new place, I want this experience to be achieved by them. I am literally recreating a genre in another engine. The mechanics of it should stay the same, right? And that is important. And as we're talking about visual novel, these are the two systems we are going to focus on. So, just to repeat out, right? Just to summarize, right? What are we creating? We are creating visual novel mechanics. At a base, there are only two mechanics. Uh, let's call it narrative flow that creates the connection or the web that moves us forward. And secondly, save and load system. And we'll see how far we get with both of them. I can't promise I'm going to be able to make either one of them right now, but I will for sure do my best. But there is definitely a chance I might be able to make both of them. You know, let's let's repeat. Let's summarize. Let's summarize, and after summarizing, I'm going to take a 5 minutes break because I I need to give my throat a bit of a break. This literally turned into 1.5 hours of lecture and me speaking. So. Um, but I do hope this is interesting to you guys as well as it is to me. Like I'm literally breaking down the whole thing in front of you guys. And if you want to see more mechanics and stuff being broken down. Oh, yeah, talking about just actually before I move forward, just to talk about some other systems that are sort of like available and we sort of talk like what we can have. Map systems are potentially good one. I don't know how many VNs usually have maps, but as far as I know, Aimee wants to try one, and I would definitely love to make the map that she has recommended she wants, right? Map is just a good, like in a game like the Love Bug. It was just such a good thing to have a map so you can transfer between different locations so you know where you are. And it's so visibly made what each area is, and like what's happening there, right? So that's quite important. The second thing that was part of Lovebug that became important, right? Was decision. Like this is the route, right? The moment you pick a team here, you just pick one side, and you don't get to like you become either uh, friends with the artist team, the gift team, or you become the part of the GIF team, and then you're against the other. So these kind of choices exist. This is where the choice matters. And in visual novels, even bigger one, even the one that Amy's working on, it's what's important there is that what character you want to unlock or see the ending with. So you keep on moving towards that. So that's important, right? Just to give another, like, I can upload this huge image afterwards if you want, right? Uh, the save load system, why it's important or how you can visualize it, it's very simple, right? You've got bunch of slots. Just just keep on, just give enough options to save them. There are 9 here, but with Unreal Engine, I can potentially make as many as I want. So that would be fun, and I'll definitely make it. I hope I can make it. But just let's summarize everything we've done. So anyone who's still joining in, they understand what we're doing. So time to repeat. We played the game Lovebug just to understand what a visual novel is. I broke down what a visual novel is by telling that it's a novel with visuals, but of course you're given the interactivity part so you can make choices. And based on your choices, you get different endings. Though it can be seen as technically simply made, there are certain complexities to it. The first complexity is making of content because visual novels hold a lot of content. That's why their sizes are massive. They usually are 30 gigs for, you would say, for no reason, but yes, they are all graphics and content. Creation of systems can be complicated, like overlaying a visual novel over to certain other battle systems and stuff like that, which in RenPy becomes difficult because it's not made for that. And similarly, if you're working with Unreal Engine and stuff like that, it is already a difficult thing to make. The third complexity comes with bug tracking and bug fixing because you have infinite amount of lines there. So what, like Amy said, that 25% of Kyo's route, which she's working on right now, is nearly 50K words. So imagine debugging 50K words. So what we are going to be making, we are going to be trying to make a branching narrative system, which allows us to jump from dialogue to dialogue till we reach the end, which I'm hoping to complete today, like the prototype of it. It's not going to look fancy, beautiful, or whatever. It's just going to be functional. We are going to create a sort of a data structure. I will explain as I go about it because this is where the coding is going to come in. This is where you're going to see behind the scenes. I can't promise I'm going to write the best code out there, and I might bore you to death, but feel free to ask questions at any time and I will try to explain it the best I can. Finally, we are going to make an infinite save load system because if you don't have a save and load system, that just means players are going to get lost at a certain point and you won't be able to experience the whole story as visual novels still should allow you to experience, right? So today we are making a visual novel mechanics, the two base mechanics, which is a narrative flow and an infinite save and load. So this is where I'm going to take a break.